morning, everyone. Today's Thursday, November 18th, 2020, and we're here for a work session. As always, we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Frank, can you please take the lead?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, who's out of sync? Somebody was grossly out of sync.
Thank you, Frank. I just want to note that yesterday was a dark day for Riverhead. Tragically, we lost 5 Riverhead residents in what was a horrific house fire that broke out Tuesday evening, destroying the 100-plus-year-old home. While details of the investigation are still emerging, it is believed that the 5 victims were all from the same family. Representatives from the Guatemalan consulate have been in touch with the family, and they are providing support and assistance to the family. In addition, the Red Cross is working with and offering aid to the other residents who survived and were displaced by the fire. I know my fellow council members join me in offering our deepest condolences to the family and all those affected by this tragedy. In addition, I want to thank the firefighters and all the first responders who helped contain the fire and prevent additional loss of life. I have directed the town flags be flown at half-mast, and I ask now that we pause for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Supervisor, are we aware if there's any other method of help set up besides the Red Cross? Is there something locally
Yes.
being done? Because I'm getting calls, and obviously we want to know too ourselves how we can help out.
Yes, yesterday our sister Margaret was contacted late in the afternoon, and she, from what I haven't spoken to her yet, I want to reach out to her, but she is providing support also to the family, and donations are being accepted from what I understand from her.
Okay.
And I'll confirm that, but I'm pretty sure that that's accurate.
I
And-
think Alec and Denise put up a GoFundMe page or
Yeah,
something
there's a GoFundMe.
on your article.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
excellent.
For the
Yeah.
funeral
Yep.
expenses.
Excellent. Okay.
that's what I read, yeah.
Thank you.
It's good to see the community coming together under these circumstances. Okay, thank you, everyone, and we have today Chief Heckermiller to come forward, please, to discuss the monthly crime stats. Chief?
Good morning.
Good morning,
Chief.
Chief.
Okay. Everyone's got their copy? Right?
Yep.
Enough here?
Okay, so we have September and October 2021.
I didn't bring September with me, though.
Okay,
You need it?
October.
Did you?
I didn't.
You need it?
Devin has a copy.
Well, we were just talking about October, but it's basically the same, so I'm going to start with October. All numbers are up, except for revenue. So that, as we know, that goes by billing cycles, so sometimes that's lower than it was the year before, based on different times when the bills go out. The other one that's interesting is criminal incidents is the same as it was in 2020. So I think we should all play that number tonight, 186. Box it straight.
Combine it.
And then I'm looking at September. September looks about the same. I see summonses were lower in September than they were last year. That could be the effect of COVID. There might have been more people using our parks and beaches last year, so there might have been more summonses for no permit.
Does the difference in revenue have to do with people paying their alarm fees for the year?
Right, basically it's all alarm billing. That's the majority of that.
Yep. It's a one-time fee, so.
Well, actually they get billed quarterly.
Yeah.
So it depends on when they, that's for not, so that's for having a false alarm.
No, but I mean, don't you pay for the yearly permit? So you
That's
get
at
like
the
one
that's at
what?
the beginning of the year, right, we
Okay.
do that.
And Chief, I know we spoke about it, the FBI documents crimes across the entire United States,
Correct.
according to misdemeanors and felonies.
Right.
And those are stats that are provided to the FBI.
From us.
From you,
Right.
from Riverhead, from each police department directly, doesn't go through Suffolk County. So we have felonies and we have misdemeanors. And then thereafter, there are what's called violations, which are your lower crimes, your trespassing. I think that at one point, from what I'm looking throughout the last few months, maybe we can separate the felonies and the misdemeanors and give them what the UCR, which is the Uniform Crime Report, and then have the violations separate, because I think there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding when people look at the violations put into the crime rate. Do you have an objection to that, Chief?
I do not.
Okay, I
So
think it's a little bit,
I can give us something similar to the UCR. The UCR is going by the wayside though in the future, so we're moving, as you know, we're moving to NIBRS, National Instant-Based Reporting System. So at some time, we wouldn't be doing the UCR anymore. The UCR counted so if you had an incident, and there was numerous crimes on the incident, the UCR would count the highest crime. That's what they would look at, the most serious crime on that incident. National Instant-Based Reporting will look at all crimes, so it should actually give us a more accurate picture of the crime that we have. But that isn't here yet. Our software is going hopefully online next year. It's supposed to be online already, but it's taking a long time to refine it for all of us, which all of us, I mean Suffolk County has it, and then basically all the other agencies will have it on the same system. So it's taking a while to complete. Hopefully, as I say, next year it'll be instituted.
well, hopefully, because I think this,
Hopefully.
the NIMBUS system has been in the works for like 6 or 7
NIBRS
years.
has been right. It's been
Yeah.
around a long time.
Very long time,
Long
yeah.
time.
Is there any update on the hiring and the training of the new officers?
Yeah, so we have a record this year. We hired 19 police officers for 2021.
Record in 4 decades.
Yeah, I think ever.
Ever.
The history of the police department, probably. We actually have 11 in field training right now. We have 3 in the academy. So we have a lot of new faces out there. And it'll probably continue next year. There'll be some more retirements and more hiring, so.
It seems to be cyclical, though.
It is, yeah,
Very,
but, yeah. We had those big classes. I was a big class when I
Right.
came on. And that happened every so often. For some reason this year, and I would say probably because of COVID and everything got delayed from 2020, it all got pushed to 21. So that's why we have that large amount of people.
What's our total number of officers now?
We're at 90 right now. We're budgeted for 88, but we're anticipating 2 more retirements. So those 2 that we hired that are in the academy, that we won't get until sometime next year, maybe hopefully by the summer, that'll cover those 2, so.
That's when we need the most, is in the summer.
Yep, exactly.
So the timing is pretty good.
Right.
All right, that's it. Well,
Chief, with, in the academy, are they still receiving EMT training or
Yes.
no? They are. Now, what about, like, say, the New York City recruits or New York City guys that came over that didn't have to go through the
If
academy?
they're not EMTs, they won't be EMTs.
Okay. Does the
No.
city generally train them as
I
EMTs?
don't think so. I don't think so. I think EMS fire department handles that end of it in the city, so.
I see here, I mean, you're talking almost 4,080 cases a year.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
More than that a year,
Right.
that's so far. So it's obviously the most common call that our officers are going on, so.
It is.
The EMT training at the academy is great. I know it's hard to reschedule the recertification down the road sometimes, but it's just a great thing if they can come out with
They'll
the
all be
EMT.
advanced first aid and AED certified when they complete. So, as I say, if you know someone's gonna save your life, it's gonna be that police officer at 3 o'clock in the morning that
Yes.
responds to your
Yeah.
house.
And they're gonna be first on the scene
Right,
generally,
first
so.
on- First on the scene, so,
Okay. Well, thanks, Chief.
okay.
Thank you
Good.
very much.
Good?
Thank you, Chief.
Okay. Anytime.
In a moment, I'm going to ask to go into executive session to discuss the following items. Contractual, Christy Verity, Bob Kern, matters surrounding an agreement for real property, and personnel, matters surrounding change of employees in the town attorney's office, and that would be with Kazakevich. Can I please have a first and a second to enter into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? So move, and everyone please be safe.
Just
Happy
before we,
Thanksgiving.
just before we
Oh,
go
yeah.
off the air, I just received a text that there's gonna be a soccer tournament at Stotsky Park this Sunday, where all the proceeds are going to the victim's family.
Oh, that's
One
great.
of the players in the league was among the victims, so they'll be selling goods, I guess, and stuff down at Stotsky Park on Sunday. Ray Coyne just sent me this from the Recreation Department, so I just wanted
You have a
to
time?
publicly announce that. I don't have the time.
Okay, we'll get it out.
And happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, everyone, enjoy.
Bob?
We sent that text.